This is Cam from Sorority Noise, and you're watching Solace Music TV.
What's up? I'm Kyle from Solace Music TV. I'm here with Cam from Sorority Noise. How's it going, brother?
Wonderful, dog. How are you?
Good. So you guys just played an awesome set to kick off the tour with Knuckle Puck, Seaway, and Head North?
Yeah, that was super fun. You never know what to expect, like, coming to a different, I don't know, we haven't played a show in 6 weeks, and so it was just nice to come to Toronto and, have a really, really great first show. And so it sets a bar high.
Were you nervous getting back at it?
Not really. I have anxiety problems, so I'm pretty nervous and anxious all the time. So it's music's the one thing that makes me kind of quell that and gives me 30 minutes of not thinking about that. So it's less of a nervous and more of I want this feeling is really cool. So yeah, it was just exciting, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. I noticed you talked a bit about mental health, depression during the set, and I really found that really nice that you do. I love when bands talk about that.
Yeah, it's I think it's important to talk about because not enough people talk about it. You know, my best friend just went through a lot of stuff and he got some help, and he's been talking and seeing people and figuring out stuff, and it's just to see the change once you it doesn't have to control you. And I have manic depression, and you can find a way to make it worth it and make it not terrible all the time, because there's some parts that rule in life and you just have to embrace those. So yeah. I think it's a big part. I love to talk about it because I don't think enough bands do talk about it. The bands that do, I love, but I think there's such it's a discussion that not many people have, and I think it's important that we open that conversation so more people can feel less alone. So yeah, I'm really happy to talk about it and kind of lay it all out there. It's weird to talk about though, because it's weird to lead into. So I try and be yes, so this is a thing, and then it just ends up being I can't plan for it because I don't know what I'm saying, but I hopefully some people take it positively, and that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. So since this is the first night of tour, I'm not going to ask that question, how's tour been? Because you wouldn't know after other than tonight. So, are there any specific dates you're looking forward to, or, anything you want to, accomplish on this tour that you haven't in previous?
Adam's, the Scuff, our guitarist, that's not me, is super into, hair metal and stuff, so he's really excited to play the Roxy in L.A., because that's, a hair metal place, I guess. Motley Crue probably played there once or twice. So that one should be cool. We're playing this venue called the Royale in Boston, where I saw Slowdive play. So that's kind of just whoa. And then I just saw Death Cab play at the TLA in Philly, and we're also playing there. So it's just to be able to play these places that I see these bands that I worship and love play is just very, very cool, very, very cool thing. I love Florida. I don't think anyone said that ever. My uncle has a place there, and so I get to see him, and I don't see him often. So we just he comes to a show, we hang out. Florida rules. Yeah, I don't know. We just this is our first full US as a band. We've never done a full US. I've done full US's in other bands, just one. But yeah, this is exciting because it's all new territory for this band, and so really just trying to play the shit out of every show and do something cool, I guess. Yeah,
for sure. So speaking of the other band, you're in that other band, Old Grey, right?
Yeah.
So what made you want to start Sorority Noise? Because that's a different sound than your other band.
I've been writing for bands. This was 2013, I think, is when we started this band. Or I'm the only original member left. We had a drummer and a bassist, Kevin and Jason, who left, and then Adam joined before they left, and then we added Charlie and Ryan. And yeah, I had been writing songs like this in my bedroom a lot, but the only outlet I had was a screamo band. So some of these songs, the earlier stuff that we wrote, I could have converted it into that, but I thought that singing, my mom just couldn't stand anything I was doing, and I wanted to just write something where I could put the same emotion into something that you could people could understand and maybe take away from in a different respect, and kind of open up more doors for people to understand the kind of message I want to give and talk about. So yeah, it was different, but all the songs kind of come if I'm writing. I write everything I do on acoustic guitar, but if I'm writing, I kind of just know all right, this one goes here, this one goes there, and it's fun. There's also two crazy different outlets, so I get to jump around and scream and jump around and sing. And yeah, there was no real huge factor besides me having a bunch of songs written. I was I should start a band that sounds like this, and that's the way it goes.
Awesome. So how do you manage doing both bands?
Well, I just graduated college in May, so now I can actually focus on the bands. Before it was do finals, study. I remember one time I was in a law exam, and we were supposed to play a show in Brooklyn, that night, and I lived in Hartford, Connecticut, so it was like a 2.5 hour drive. And I had a law exam, and we were going to miss our set if I finished it. So I remember ripping off the second page and putting it in my pocket to try and act like, just because I had to leave, to try and act like I didn't get that page. But my teacher was a lawyer, so he was like, dude, I bullshit all the time. Like, are you really trying to do this right now? And I was like, damn. But he let me do it, and he was tight. Shout outs to him. But yeah, it was a lot to juggle, and now it's kind of just like it's weird. It's less to juggle because I just started building a studio in Philly because I just moved there. So now I build my studio when I'm not playing, but it was weird the first 2 weeks. You're just so on all the time that like you can't think about other things, and then you have a week off, and you're just like we bought a PS4, like we didn't know what to do with ourselves. But yeah, being on tour is really cool, and I do like doing both bands and everything, and it's just hard to juggle, but it's sick because it's like it's just, I don't know, if you love it enough, it's not a problem. And I also have I just got help from we have a manager now, friend. I don't like calling him my manager. I just like calling him a manager friend. But he helps me do all the things I was doing before, so I can just kind of focus on the music now. Shout out to Zach Zarillo, he's my homie. Not really, he doesn't want to be my friend, but he's really good at what he does. But yeah, so that all helps. We have a booking agent now. I used to book all of our tours, and so now just having the little things, those are major things, I guess, but having those things help kind of sort my brain out to what I compartmentalize what I need to do, and that helps it a lot.
Yeah, it's really impressive that you could do both bands like that. That's sick.
Thank you. It's fun.
So what would you say is the hardest struggle about being in a touring band?
Well, it's like dealing with 4 partners at the same time, and I also have a girlfriend, so it's like dealing with 5. I miss my girlfriend a lot. That's definitely a huge thing. And so leaving after spending time at home is really hard to say goodbye for a month and a half. I have a lot of anxieties, so it's really hard some nights to get on stage, and I'll have episodes where I can't move from the manic stuff. So it's very nerve-wracking trying to put yourself together on a morning where you can't move and you get trapped inside your body, and then so that makes it hard, believe it or not. Driving is sick. I love driving. I do all the driving, so I can't complain about that. We can't smoke cigs in our van. That's a difficult part of it. But yeah, I'd say definitely my own personal anxieties make it difficult. I've understood the eating part. I can take care of myself, but it's my own personal anxieties that definitely make it hardest for me to do it. But it's the only thing that makes me forget about those anxieties. So it's kind of just a constant push to make things better. And that's probably the hardest part, is dealing with those and compartmentalizing and making sure that everything works out and that I'm not too stressed and too anxious to play. And then it works. Then it's cool.
Have you ever had an experience where your anxiety was so bad that you actually couldn't perform?
Yeah, we were last summer on tour with Motion City Soundtrack and the Spill Canvas, and we played in Buffalo, New York. Rochester. We were going to play in Rochester. We stayed at my friend from college's house that night. I woke up the next morning and I couldn't move, and for 4 or 5 hours. And a lot of people early in my life would be like, you just get up, you get over it. But it's not one of those things you can do. So it was a really hard day, and I eventually was able to get up and go in the van, and we made it to the venue, but I was a wreck. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And it's difficult because you have 3 other band members that also rely on you to do it. I'm sure they could play it live, but I'm sure they wouldn't want to, without a member.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of kind of pressure and stuff to deal with. And then 2 nights earlier in Portland, Maine, this kid had given me a notebook and said hey, I just bought this. I just wanted you to have it because I don't know if you need an extra notebook. And I was like, that was really cool. And so a way I get through a lot of my anxieties and attacks, just writing and clearing it all out of my head so it's on paper. And then I was about to go write in the car, and I opened the notebook, and the front page said I know you struggle with depression. Your music has helped me out a lot. I was hoping that this could help you out. And I just fucking lost it. And I was like, no, I'm doing this for a reason. This is, I want to talk about these things, and I can't let them defeat me if I'm going to try and tell people that it's okay. So since then, it's just, I have that notebook on me every day, and when I'm having a tough day, I read it, and it's this is important to me. And if it's important to, one boy from Maine / I think they were also from Kansas. If it's important to them, then, it's important that I also do it. And that shit helped me out so much, but it was a really dark day. And shit like that happens and helps you understand like what you're doing is, worthwhile, and that you can't let your own stuff defeat you. So yeah, sometimes it gets really hard, but it does. It just got to make the best of it and make it happen, and that's all you can really do.
That's incredible. That's really inspirational, actually.
It was so cool. I just can't think that. I think that I texted them because their phone number was on the front, like, because it was supposed to be theirs originally. I texted them. I was like, "Yo, you have no idea how much this means," and they were just like, "Who's this?" And we started talking a little bit, and it was a really great conversation. And I try and keep in touch with them when I can now, and it was just really big for me.
That's awesome. Now, to end this interview on a bit of a lighter note, this has been a really great year for music. What are your top 3 albums that came out this year?
I've been waiting. This band called Power Bottom put out this record called Ugly Cherries. This band from New York that is so fucking sick. So check out Ugly Cherries by Power Bottom. I've been listening to that new Alex G record a lot, Beach Music. It's really fucking sick. Do I have to order them, or can I just give you 3?
Just give me 3.
The third one. So many things. I really, God, I feel like if I answer with a third one, I feel like I kind of just want to be like, I don't have a third one. That way I don't make any of the people that I would put in the third. Pile. This band Pile from Boston put out this record called You're Better Than This. And it's fucking bonkers. It's so fucking good. It's just like, I love music, so it's really, I like love music. Not even just writing it, just like, I just love learning about it and learning about people's writing processes and stuff like that. Processes? You're the writer person.
Yeah, processes.
Processi.
I should know this.
But yeah. But yeah, the Turnover record is really fucking good too.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say
Yeah,
that.
we toured with them.
Like, what?
We toured with them for a month, or 2 weeks with Fireworks last time we were here. And those became some close friends that stayed at my house recently in Philly. And that record is cool as fuck. Super chill. Like, the most, like, band I can go, like, sometimes you play a set and it's really loud and you want to kind of like go outside or just something because the music is so loud.
Yeah.
Their band, we would get off stage and I'd just be like, all right, cool. Like, this is like, it's just like sounds good and it's super tight and it's like not grating or anything. Like, it's just like the perfect volume. They're just a great fucking live band. And they gave us a shout out on their audio tree when they asked them like what one of their records were. So it's only proper that I pay my proper respects and tell them how much their record is important to me. And yeah, Austin Getz, the whole crew, they're great. My bread brothers.
Awesome. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
It's a great time.
Hell yeah.
Make sure you check out Sorority Noise on the Knuckle Puck tour.